That. Are you black?
Take a look in the mirror, man.
Look, man, you got a legitimate beef, all right? But it ain't with us, okay?
Are you black?
Hey, look, man, don't let me question the fact whether I'm black. Now, I bet you niggas do think y'all white. College don't mean shit. Y'all niggas. And you gonna be niggas forever. Just like us. Niggas.
It wasn't never what a fake nigga think. It was always what a real nigga think.
I made my name up in these streets like a real nigga. I keep them pistols in my Jeep like a real nigga. I make sure all my homies eat like a real nigga.
Yashala means prince with power. That's all it means. A prince with power. Why do you think you act like princes, man? A prince is royalty, man. Even our destroyed state in America, we still act like royalty. Right. Brothers with a rock, gold chains, gold earrings, gold fronts, man. That's all Southern people that's royal. A royal heritage, a royal bloodline. That's who we are naturally. We just don't know it.
Shout out to Yara Dawn out in Chicago with these badass sweatshirts. I look good as shit in it. God damn it. Y'all should go get one. These badass sweat hoods. UBK Nigga University.
Hoodie season. Used to pick a switch before I took a beat. Now forget the stick, it ain't what you thinking. Yeah, just feel like hoodie season. It's hard on my sleeve coat.
Majority of the world is telling a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman what they want to hear.
You know, what we need to do is try to come together as a race of people and stop being persecuted and murdered in the streets.
And when we worship the God that of these other nations, we give all of our resources and all our love and dedication to their gods.
That man is supposed to be the head of the household, hands down, period, point blank, because he will lead you correctly.
Yasha, my Allah. Give everybody a couple seconds to go ahead and write that down.
Wife is going to be a mother of nations. She's going to give birth to kings. Do you know what I mean? Can you imagine that?
Hey, Shalom, Israel. I'm Precinct Officer 1000, Karyash Bun Gad. Here to holding it down tonight for the Isupk Brotherhood class that we hold every Monday. Joining me today, Precinct Officer 1000, Asha out of Gary, Indiana. We're here to help teach all Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans one of the most important survival skills, which is brotherhood. Brotherhood is very important in this day and age. That's right. Especially between Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. It's become overly abundant that the hatred and the annihilation of Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans as a race, as a nation, is coming down on us now harder more than ever. You know what I mean? So today we're going to be touching on brotherhood and why you need to be strong and not weak. See, the Christian church, the Muslim mosque, these religions and ideologies of our oppressor and of these other nations have made us weak. They made us servitude was the word. Servitude. They made us serve in servitude to these other nations, made us weak, and made us bow our heads. And that's not what we need to be in this day and age. What you've seen this weekend is a perfect example. The brothers in Isupk Milwaukee, Isupk Chicago, Isupk Minnesota, they put some white people on the ground. I don't know if y'all saw it. It was glorious. You know what I mean? But not everyone's going to be able to do that if you don't have the Lord on your side and you're not a man or you're not a soldier. Now is more than ever is a time to be militant. Now more of a time than ever to be about warfare, man. And we're going to teach you what it means to be a man of war. Because it's so important in this day and age. Because I don't know if you notice, white people are at war with you. I ain't got to tell you. You know what I mean? You go look outside. The ICE agent, the president damn near got assassinated. Guess what? The ICE agents are still on the street. You see, average man will get death threats sent to him, terrorist, attacks and everything, and be like, you know what, maybe I should change my ways. Maybe I'm a little too hard on the Mexicans. Maybe I shouldn't be pulling them away from their babies and putting them in ICE detention centers. Even because this is their land.
Right.
Maybe I shouldn't do that. Look how much the world hates me. Now, Donald Trump is about to double down on his hatred with all the terrorists surrounding him at night, with all the assassinations he's dealing with on the home front. This is like his third assassination, they say. The assassination attempt, I should say. You know what I mean? He got to deal with Iran. He got to deal with the Russians, the Chinese. I bet Donald Trump can't get a wink of sleep at night. But you know what's not keeping him awake at night? The way he's treating blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. So if Donald Trump and his regime and his people do not give a damn about what's happening to you, why should you give a damn about white people? This is the first rule of warfare, is what? You should know who your ally is, man. Your allies, those blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans starving on the reservations, in the ghettos, in the barrios, that's suffering the same as you. That's what we're here to teach you about today. Brotherhood, one of the biggest steps of brotherhood is joining together with your allies and realizing who your allies is and going to war together. We should not be at war with another black, Latino, or Native American. No, on the contrary, the Native Americans should come together with the Latinos. The Latinos should come together with black people, because that's what's going to make us strong. We're going to be stronger together. You ever heard the United States, how they say we're united together, we're stronger together as one? They're talking about all the white races,
Right.
all white people coming together and going to war against you. That's how they got America. Right. The United States 7th Cavalry took over overtook the Native Americans. You know what I mean? That's how they got this place. The Union soldiers, before them is who? The king of Great Britain and his kingdom that was able to put us into slavery and subjugation. The Spanish Inquisition, all that. They became great through them being stronger together. When are we going to realize it? It seems like blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, it seems like we just can't understand that we should come together with the same people that are suffering. You see, we want to join together with the Africans, with the Asians, and it never works out. Like a lot of people, they would like to point out, if you ever go look up historical documents or documentaries about the Black Panthers and the Brown Berets, they like to bring up, we had white members in the Black and Brown Beret, in the Black Panthers and the Brown Berets. There was some Asian guy serving as a head on the Black Panther Party. Guess what? He was a Fed. He was. They revealed in some FBI reports he was a federal agent. He was an informant. So that Asian you let up in there because you think he just so cool. You just think he just so down with the movement. Right. He over here feeding the feds all the information it takes to take y'all down. That's why we can't join together with these other nations, man. These other nations don't give a damn when it was out there in Standing Rock and the Native Americans were fighting for their clean water and the rights to not allow a pipeline to be built through their land. With the Asians out there, I didn't see any Asians out there. I didn't see any Arabs out there. Everybody crying about free Palestine right now. When the hell the Palestinians ever came to the reservation, man? I didn't see the Palestinians come to the reservation. You know who I did see? I seen Commanding General Yohana's men. I seen black men come to the reservation. Mexicans come to the reservation. The Puerto Ricans, the Guatemalans, Salvadorans come and help their brothers, man. That's who I seen. That's what it's going to take. We got to take blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans to help and love one another. Go ahead, Ash. Let's start with the first scripture. Give me the book of Judges 3 and 2. Book of Judges 3 and 2. And if anyone got any questions on any subject or about brotherhood or about warfare, you can put them in the comment section below. We should be able to get to you if the time do allow. As well, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to all our social media pages so we can make sure to push this truth and help blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans overcome this war and battle we are in. And that's what you got to realize. This life you are living is not just some life. This isn't just for you to enjoy. I don't know if you noticed, life ain't really been that enjoyable since you came into the earth. You know what I mean? A lot of y'all came into the earth. Your father was a dope addict. Your father was probably absent. Mother on drugs. mother an alcoholic. You went through one hell of a life, and I applaud you for it because you made it this far. But you got to realize your whole life you had to fight. Well, guess what, brothers and sisters? You got to continue fighting. This whole life is about fighting and warfare and standing up for your people. See, that's the one thing you don't understand. Blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, we fight for ourselves. We fight for our own wealth. We fight for our own success. We don't fight for the success of our nation. We don't fight for the success of our people. That's what we got to do now. You see, fighting for ourselves is all fine and dandy. But I got bad news for you, brother. Once you die and you're gone, there's nothing going to be left of you. But if you fight for your people and your nation, that will last forever. Your name will live on for generations. But that's not going to be able to happen if you don't learn how to love Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans first. I can't love white people. I can't love the Asians. I can't love the Palestinians. You know why? Because my heart is too busy going out to Standing Rock. My prayers and my thoughts are too going to the slums of South Dakota and the reservations in South Dakota. I don't got time to be over here crying about what's going on in the Middle East. Because we got war front out here on the reservations, in the ghettos, in the barrios. I don't have time to be worrying about them. I got time to be worried about my people, the Native Americans, Blacks, and the Hispanics. And once we get into that mentality, we're going to make the world a better place for Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We got to put ourselves first, man. I always give the analogy. You got to think about it like this. How are you going to imagine you have a house. It's falling apart. Your family's living with you. The house falling apart. We ain't got no food. We ain't got no running water. The house next door also don't got no running water. Also is falling into disarray. And instead of you fixing your house where your family living at, you go help the next door neighbors. Let me go help you. I'm going to help you build your house back up. Get your house first right, brother. That's what we got to understand. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, before we can even think about helping the Palestinians and saving Africa and saving everybody else, why don't we save ourselves first, man? That's a part of warfare that we got to come to the realization and understanding of. Go ahead, Ashar.
If I could, sir. It's so heavy what you're saying right now.
This big water jug. Don't judge me.
It just strike my mind to think about how when Blacks and Hispanics was in slavery,
it
was a sect of Hispanics that, when the conquistadors came over, they was wanting to side with the enemy.
Right.
Like he was strong, he had all the artillery, and he was the wisest, and they dressed a certain way, and they had fear of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same thing when Black people was in slavery here in America. You know what I'm saying? We was looking at the white man with the big house and all of the nice silverware in his kitchen and everything.
Right.
And we had fear of being against them.
Right.
And helping our own. Like, not to run on, but it was a famous saying from Harriet Tubman. She said she could have freed hundreds of more slaves if they didn't want to stay. I may be misquoting it, but it was like if they knew they were slaves, she would have freed many more slaves. And a lot of people today, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, we're just that much fear of our enemy that we don't want to be against them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a sad thing. So it's a lot.
No, that's facts. Ashar is saying it's very heavy, man, because you don't want to accept. I know it's so scary to you because of Christianity, because of the indoctrination that's been put on your mind. You don't want to call nobody an enemy. Well, guess what? White people see you as an enemy. White people see you as a threat. That's why white people want to get rid of the Native Americans. You got to realize the Native Americans are 5% of the population. They're only 5% of the population in their own land. And they want to get rid of you. They can't even let you have the little crumbs that they call the reservation. They can't even let you have that. They're trying to take more of the land. They're trying to destroy you even more by pumping the reservations with drugs, by stealing our indigenous women and our children and using them for their own sexual gratitudes and experiments, man. Like this, like you may not see white people as your enemy, but they see you as their enemy. You know what I'm saying? That's our problem, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Don't get me wrong. We understand it. We're a peace-loving people. We're a loving people, man. We're people that care about the earth. We care about the planet. We know what, the animals. We know what it's like to suffer and go through things. So we don't want to see other people suffer and go through things. That's fine. And that's all right. But you got to put, for your people not to suffer and to go through the things they're going through now, you got to put them first. Right. You got to love them first. Because like I'm saying, you may not see white people as your enemy, but they seeing you as not only their enemy, but their target. You know what I mean? You ever been hunting, or you ever went to the shooting range and you got to aim down the sights, you got to line up just right to the target to make sure you hit your target? That's what white people are doing to you. You over here worrying about, you not looking down range. You over here looking at everything. Oh man, it's all right. The whole time the oppressor is aiming right at you. You like a deer in the headlights. Go ahead, Ashar. Give me that scripture. We can get it for the people, man, so we can see what time it is.
This is the book of Judges, chapter 3 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know to teach them war.
To teach them what?
To teach them war.
We got to teach the children of Israel. Who's the children of Israel? So-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We got to teach them war. And we're not going to teach you the war that the Black Panthers taught you. We're not going to teach you the war that the Not Effing Around Coalition wanted to teach you. We're not going to teach you what the Proud Boys wanted to teach you and all these gangs and everything else. We're not going to teach you. You're not going to win this fight with guns. You're not going to win this fight by trying to take over the United States Capitol. A lot of dumb niggas tried to do that and got their house raided by the feds. You're not going to be able to beat them like that. When I tell you go to war, I'm not telling you to go plan and go do a damn assassination attempt on the president. You're not going to win like that. As you see, whether it was fake or real, they stopped that in a number of seconds. You see all that gear they came out with, you're not going to beat them, man. The white man got lasers and missiles, and he'll bomb the entire earth before you get a chance to even touch it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to beat this man with our physical strength, but through us bringing our spiritual strength. How are you going to do that? How are you going to bring spiritual strength into it? By leading blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans into some morality, and to getting us off of drugs, and to getting us off of these vile things and all of these spirits and these ideologies. We got to get out the Christian church. We're in 2026, and for some reason, Native Americans, blacks, and Hispanics, and we think the Christian church is going to solve everything. It's not. The Christian church is what's keeping us dumb. It's what's keeping us down and under. Now we're in the Muslim mosque. Now we're in Buddhism. Now we're in all these different religions and philosophies, and we're just being dumbed down. We have to go to war with these things. We have to go to war with the crack epidemic, with the fentanyl, with the heroin. We got to go to war with the alcoholism. We got to go to war with child molestation. The Native American reservations, the black ghettos, and the Hispanic barrios. We got so much problems going on in them. We don't got time to worry about nobody else. It's been 500 years, man, and we still at the bottom. And we're at the bottom because we don't know how to love one another, man. You know how dangerous that is? You know how scary that is for a people, for a family to not know that they're family? You know how dangerous that is? Can you imagine waking up one day in your house and you stay with your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, and you wake up and you don't know who any of them are? You're gonna go crazy. You're like, who are these people in my house? You're gonna be ready to fight them. Hey man, you gotta get up out of my house, man. Whole time they're telling you, man, I'm your father, bro. I'm your dad. I'm your sister. I'm your brother. And you don't know because you don't know who you are. That's another thing blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans were suffering from. We're suffering from identity crisis.
Right.
We don't know who we are. The Native Americans, we want to go sit with the Asians. The Asians don't want to sit with you. You see, you're falling for the lies the white man told you about the Bering Strait theory. That's a farce and a lie. We can show you it right here. We showed you it 1,000 times here in the Israelite school, UPK. That's a farce and a lie, that old Bering Strait theory. That's why it's called a theory, dumbass, because they made it up.
Right.
They made it up. Why? They made it up because they don't want you to see that black people are your brothers, that the Hispanics are your brothers. The Hispanics over here think they're white, joining hands with the Spaniards, when the Spaniards don't want nothing to do with you. Right. White people are showing you now more than ever, Hispanics, that you nothing but a nigga too. I don't know if you noticed that. They're sending ICE agents on you like bloodhounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we talking about here? And you as well, Native Americans. A lot of you Native Americans voted for Donald Trump. I don't think I forgot. A lot of you Native Americans was acting like you high and mighty and better than the Hispanics. And look what they're doing to you right now. They're putting Native Americans in ICE detention centers. They're deporting some Native Americans. Why is that happening? Because they're showing you, you blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we in this together, man. We in this together. As much as you don't want to think so, you don't want, see, us as Native Americans, blacks, and Hispanics, we want to act like we're different. You know, we want to act like we're better than one another. We want to try to appease to the white man and try to be like, I'm your best pet. I'm your best servant. When in reality, he hates all of us. He don't give a damn whether you black, Latino, Native American. He view you all as a problem. Because you got to realize, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're what made America great. America don't run on Duncan. It runs on black and brown. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are what made America great. But yet he all treats us like the scum of the earth. Yet he sent ICE agents on who? Native Americans, Hispanics, black people. I ain't seen them send them on the Ukrainians. I ain't seen them send them on the Polacks. There's a Chinatown in every major metropolis in America. I ain't see them get raided. You know who I did see get raided? Little Village, Humble Park. That's who I saw get raided. All blacks, Latino, and they pulled out little black babies out here in South Shore in the middle of the night. did a whole SEAL Team 6 raid on a public housing building, bro. You can't make this up, Asha. And you want to sit here and act like blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans are different. You're falling for it. You're falling for the ideology and the propaganda that the white man is putting out there. And he's putting out this propaganda so you don't realize who your family is. You see, like I'm saying, it's a crazy thing to deal with identity crisis. That's why the Lord said right here. Can you read it again, Ash, if you could? That's why you got to learn this. We got to teach you what? Warfare. Go ahead.
Judges chapter 3 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
Only that the generations of the children of Israel might know. To teach them war.
To teach them what?
War.
Because you got to know you're in a war. You're in warfare right now, every single day. Every day, the white man tries to get you into the Christian church. The Christian church is everywhere. It's on your TV. It's on your social media pages. They're in the streets. They're everywhere trying to drag you into the Christian church. Why? Because the Christian church is what's going to destroy that revolution in you. You see, there's a little bit of revolution inside of every black, Latino, and Native American. And the white man's trying to exterminate it. He's trying to destroy it from the Native Americans. I don't know if you ever noticed or if you ever know, the Native Americans were warlords, man. The Native Americans gave the white man hell. The Native American, the white man didn't just come and steamroll in America. Right. The Native Americans went to war with him, man. They were glorious. You want a great example of it? Go look up the movie The Patriot. The movie The Patriot with, what's that cat's name? Is it Mel Gibson?
Mel Gibson.
With Mel Gibson. The whole story about The Patriot is this cat came back with PTSD from the war of, I believe it was the French and Indian War. That's the one. He came back with PTSD from the French and Indian War, and he learned how to teach the Patriots or how to teach the new colonial army how to go to war with the British. Because the colonial army, they did not have the suffice weaponry, the suffice ammunition, the suffice manpower to step with the redcoats one-on-one, because that's how they used to fight back in the day. They used to line up over here, line up over there, shoot, and then move up. That wasn't going to work fighting the British. Why? Because the British were a larger empire. They were stronger. So what did he teach the white people to do? He taught the white people that were fighting against the British, we're going to fight like the natives. We're going to fight. We're going to do ambush attacks. We're going to use camouflage. We're going to attack them from the rivers. We're going to attack them. We're not going to just stand in the middle of an open field and shoot at them. That's stupid. We're going to fight tactically. You know why? Because we're warriors, man. The Native Americans are warriors. The Hispanics are warriors. Black people are warriors. Don't ever let the Christian church try to take the war out of you, man. Don't ever let them pacify you and dumb you down. Have you out here crying on camera like R. Kelly. Because R. Kelly's some type of nasty pervert. And the Christian church gave him a home to abide in. And then once they couldn't make no more money off him, they just threw him to the dogs, exposed them. Go ahead, Asha. You wanted to say something?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
What you were saying is so extremely heavy.
Most High Christ.
It's just so true. That's exactly what the Christian church has done to blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Taking the war out of us, you know what I'm saying, as a people. You know what I'm saying? And it's just evident. You know, it's just evident, and it's totally against the Bible. All these Christians call themselves believing in Jesus and believing in the Bible and these prophets that's in the Bible, but they don't understand that these prophets was killers. These prophets, and Christ is called an austere man. It's the Bible said when Christ comes back, he gonna come back with his vesture dipped in blood.
Come on, man.
So I mean, if you following a man like that sincerely, you're gonna have the spirit that he has. But the spirit that's in the Christian churches now is full of homos.
Come on, man.
That's all it is. Homosexual.
That's all it is, man. They weak. You follow. You see, that's what you gotta realize. What we gotta do as blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. A lot of our leadership right now is weak. Now, a lot of it ain't their fault. You see, I'm gonna take a different note on this. Some of our brothers and sisters are in leadership positions. It's not their fault. A lot of them suffer from PTSD and different traumas and things that happen to all of us. They not fit to lead, but that's fine. But you have to be a man and say, I'm not fit to lead. Or we have to examine our elders and our leaders and say, they not fit to lead. You know how many, many times I've been to Native American ceremonies. I love my people, love them to death. But many of our brothers and sisters that claim to follow the right path and claim to, this is the way and we're going to live a sober life and this and that, they don't live it. They don't live it. It's no different than the Christian church. We're full of hypocrites. We're full of people that say, I'm doing one thing, but then go do another. You know what I mean? We need something that's going to hold us accountable. We need to go somewhere where there's righteous leadership. And that's what you're going to find in the Isupk. We're here to help every Black, Latino, and Native American overcome that trauma, overcome these religions and the ideologies that want to pacify us. That's what they're doing to us. They want to pacify us. What's that? They want to make us weak in subjugation to our oppressor. That's what makes them strong. You being beneath them, you not destroying the warrior and the revolution in your heart and in your spirit will make it easier for them to run over you. Any more on that, Ash? Go ahead.
To teach them war, at the least such as before knew nothing thereof.
See, before we knew nothing thereof. We don't know what it's like to go to war for our people. We don't know what it's like. You as a Black, Latino, and Native American growing up in America, what were you always taught about? Get it how you live. Worry about yourself. You know what I mean? If nigga rob you, rob him back. You sell crack to you, sell crack to him back. You shoot at you, shoot him back. That's what you get taught. We're going to teach you something else. We're going to teach you forgive him. He don't know what he does. You grew up in the gutter. He grew up in the gutter. You grew up without a father. He grew up without a father. You came from nothing. He came from nothing. Forgive that man. See, that with Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, that's another thing that's the problem with us, man. That's our issue. We're so quick to forgive white people and love white people. So you know how many Christians right now would hug Donald Trump and kiss him and pray for him, even though he's going to war with their people? I'm not gonna kiss and hug no Donald Trump. I'm gonna pray on his downfall. I'm not gonna pray on his downfall. I'm gonna pray on the downfall of his nation. You know why? Because the downfall of his nation means our nation gets to rise. I don't give a damn about Donald Trump. I don't give a damn about any white people. I give a damn about Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And that's how we gotta be, man. Because we can't be pacified anymore. We gotta make war when but unlike the times that we knew nothing thereof, meaning what? We don't know how to make war anymore. We don't know what it's like. We know how to go to war with each other. We know how to go to war with another Black, Latino, Native American, but we don't know how to go to war with our oppressor. We got to go to war with their ideologies. We got to go to war with their grip and their stronghold that they have on our communities. We got to go to war, man, so we can protect our people and can protect our communities. But we're not going to be able to do it if we don't go to war with what's in our mind and our spirits first. We got to shake off the mark of the beast. That Christian church, that Christianity, that Christmas, that Thanksgiving, that's the mark of the beast in your forehead. The fact that Native Americans are celebrating Thanksgiving when Thanksgiving is the celebration of the destruction of the Native Americans is insanity.
Right.
It's crazy. And you're going to use every excuse in the book to just try to justify it, man. But it's not justified. So that's why we don't celebrate Thanksgiving. We don't celebrate Halloween. We don't celebrate Christmas. We don't give a damn about your Valentine's Day. We don't give a damn about your 4th of July. Why? Because we give a damn about the niggas too much. We give a damn about the spics too much. The wetbacks you hate. The savages you hate. That's what we care about. We don't care about your Christmas, man. We don't care about your Thanksgiving. We don't care about buying gifts and all this vanity. You know what we care about? We care about freeing blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans out of this rubble that they are in, man. That's right. Go ahead, drop that, Ashar. Let's get Give me Proverbs 24:6. We got any questions before we move on? I can please make sure to like, share, subscribe, so we can make sure to pass this this truth on to all the people that may need it, all our brothers and sisters on the reservation, in the barrios, in the hood, so we can help our people, man, get to where we need to get and help this revolutionary spirit awaken in our mind, man. Actually, drop that, Asha. All right? Give me Proverbs 1:22. Give me Proverbs 1:22. They're one of my favorite scriptures. As a bedrock UPK scripture. I'm gonna show you why, man. It's such a simple thing, but it's something we have to acknowledge. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, aren't you tired? Aren't you tired of all this bloodshed? Aren't you tired of all this crime that is being committed against us and nothing being done about it? I'm tired of it. I don't know about y'all. I'm exhausted with it. I hate waking up every morning and hearing about ICE raids. Right? They're still happening. I don't know if you know that. Just because they not reporting on it no more don't mean it's not happening. Go look it up. ICE is still out here terrorizing the Hispanics. ICE is still out here terrorizing the Native Americans. ICE is still out here having a problem with us. You know what I mean? Just like the police are hunting us down, just like the military is coming after us, everything, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, there's a war being committed against you. Once you come to the realization of that, only then can your salvation start. Once you come to the realization that there's a target on your back that's been painted on by the white man, then can you start to better yourself. Then can you start to come to the realization that you need your brothers, which are blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You got that scripture, Ashar? Give me Proverbs 1:22.
Here's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1, verse 22.
Go ahead.
How long, ye simple ones?
Go ahead.
Will ye love simplicity?
How long what?
How long, ye simple ones? Will ye love simplicity?
How long are we going to love simplicity, man? How long are we going to sit here in America? Last 500 years, we're going to sit up in the Christian church and pray for our enemy. We're going to pray for white people. White people ain't praying for you. White people are praying on your downfall. They want to exterminate you. You see, the way you think the Jewish people are doing the Palestinians right now in Israel right now, that's what white people have been doing to you for 500 years. They've been trying to exterminate the Native Americans. Been trying to exterminate black people, exterminate the Hispanics. Right. So with that, you got to confront that, man. How long, you simple ones, are you going to love simplicity? How long are you going to love Thanksgiving? Even though Thanksgiving is the celebration of the downfall of the Native Americans and the Hispanic tribes. How long are you going to love it? How long will you simple ones love simplicity? How long are you going to love smoking that weed? You know weed kills you. You know it's doing damage to your lungs and your mind and everything else. How long are you going to love that? How long are you going to love simplicity? How long are you going to love getting high? How long are you going to love sleeping with whores? How long are you going to love these simple things that you know is destroying you and wrecking your community and your people? How long are you going to be simple? When are you going to fight that, man? When are you going to wisen up? When are you going to be a soldier? See, that's the problem. We got too many dancers. We got too many singers. We got too many ball players. That's our problem. We want to be the ball players. We want to be the singers. We want to be the artists. We want to be the Megan Thee Stallions. We want to be the Cardi B's. We want to be the NBA young boys. We want to be all of that. When we don't want to be soldiers. Right. We need to be soldiers. We need to stand for something. We need to defend our people. That's what our people need right now. They don't need no more Cardi B's. I don't know if you noticed. Cardi B is doing horrible destruction to our communities. Sexy Red, destroying our children. Megan Thee Stallion, destroying our children. You know what I mean? All these rappers destroying our children. You know what I'm saying? We don't need no more of those. We need role models. We need something our people can actually look up to. We don't need no false idols and prophets that are going to speak lies and sweet things to us. How long we love simplicity, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Keep going, Ash.
Sir. And the scorners delight in their scorning.
And you see, that's a lot of y'all that enjoy making fun of the Israelite school UPK or mocking us. See, you think the Israelite school UPK, we're not doing nothing, huh? You think we're just a bunch of niggas on the corner talking and not about nothing. When we are the ones out there trying to get food and clothing to our people.
Right.
We're out there offering drug counseling, alcohol abuse counseling. We're offering mental counseling. We're offering prison programs. The Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans need help more than ever. See, they don't need the Christian prayers no more. The Christian prayers come with Christian hate. You know what I mean? They come for destruction and they want to destroy your culture and everything that makes you great. When Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we need something that's going to want us to thrive. You see, every other religion and every other philosophy for these other nations, for the East Indians, their religion lets their culture thrive. You get what I'm saying? The Chinese, them serving Buddha and all their old Chinese mysticisms, that lets their culture thrive. Right. You get what I'm saying? The Arabs serving their God, their culture gets to thrive. But Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, when you go and serve white people in Christianity, that's who you're serving. You're not serving God. You're serving the white man. So your culture does not get to thrive. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to have long hair. You don't get to be a revolutionary. You don't get to grow your beard out. You got to shave your face. You got to, you want to say, go ahead, bro. Lord Christ. Yeah, you think the camera frozen? Are you able to hear us or no? All right, no sweat. I'm going to check it right now. At the water, bro. See, I had a feeling. I was like, I should answer this. I was going to not answer, but I'm like, let me answer this. Double check with that page. If y'all could see us in the chat, if we doing all right, give us a 1 in the chat. There was a 1 in the chat if you can see us coming through all right. It's a while. Let me check on the reservations page. Yeah, he got to get his internet. Right, Bunny up, brother. You might have to get a better subscription, man. You might have to switch to Xfinity. I don't know who's good nowadays. Might have to switch over, man. And we Tawab, I just checked. If y'all watching online, give us a 1 if we good. They're giving us a 1. Yeah, they'll go. I'll put a 1 in the chat. Most High Christ. All right, let's get back to it. Where were we at? Kind of threw me off with that one.
We was in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22.
We finished off on that, right?
Yes, it's a little bit more on that.
Go ahead.
How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity?
Go ahead.
And the scorners delight in their scorning.
Go ahead.
And fools hate knowledge.
And fools hate knowledge. See, that's the problem with Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We hate knowledge. You see, we don't care about the facts and history. We want what feels good. Loving white people feels good to you. You know why? Because you've been brainwashed to love white people. You've been brainwashed your entire life since you come into school at 5 years old into the public schooling system. And what they teach you, you got to salute that flag. You got to celebrate every. You gotta salute that flag. You better stand high, tall, and mighty for it. You gotta celebrate every holiday they celebrate. You see, they're gonna tell you don't need to celebrate it, but then they're gonna celebrate it right in your face. They're gonna have a Christmas party. They're gonna have a Thanksgiving celebration. They're gonna dress up some of your kids as Indians and pilgrims, and then they're gonna teach your children that the Native Americans were slaughtered for their rights. That the Native Americans had to be exterminated for America to exist. That's what they teach you. That's why us as Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we hate knowledge, because we've been taught by white people that Facts and history don't matter. The only thing that matters is our love for white people. That's why Charlie Kirk and all of them got so famous for debating. And who's the other cat? Ben Shapiro. Who's that other devil? Nick Fuentes. They became so popular. They became so popular because they were justifying all of America's evil deeds. You know, I knew Ben Shapiro was retarded when he said America wasn't built on slavery. You have to be mentally retarded. And I mean that with the most dearest and compassion in my heart. Ben Shapiro is retarded. Because how are you going to say that America wasn't built on slavery? Do you know how America came to fruition, dummy? You couldn't build America without slavery. America wouldn't that be great if you didn't put Native Americans, blacks, and Hispanics into subjugation, dummy? Like, what are we talking about? You white people wouldn't have built nothing. If it was just white people here in the Americas, it would just be caves everywhere. You know how I know? Go look at the Caucasus Mountains. It was nothing but cold, wet caves, and you eating out of skulls and having sex with your sisters. That's all you was doing out there. But you came here to Native America. And you saw a beautiful civilization. Go look it up. Go look up what Columbus said about the Hispanics and Native American tribes when he came here and met them. He said there is no better nation on this earth. Such a peaceable people, a beautiful people. You got to enslave them. You know why he said that? Because he knew how great you can be. But the problem with us, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we don't know how great we can be because we're too focused on trying to love white people and focus on how great they can be. When are you gonna make the reservation great? When are you gonna make the barrios great? When are you gonna make the ghettos great? That's why fools hate knowledge, because we don't know how to go to war, man. Drop that, Ashar. Give me what I want. Let me get Proverbs 24:6. You see, because, you know, the Christian church wants to brainwash you and want to pacify you and teach you that the Lord is not about warfare. That God in heaven, the creator of earth, just wants you to take what's, you know, being delivered to you. You know, white people murder you and subjugate you to vile and destructive things to just lay down and take it. That's what Christianity is teaching you right now. They're destroying your neighborhoods. There's missing indigenous women on the reservations. Oh, you should pray over it. That's what they teach you. Go ahead. That's what they teach you, man. They over here teaching you, hey, you should just be in total subjugation to everything America is doing to you and just accept it. When blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you don't have to accept it. You can go to war about it. You can love your people first. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to love white people anymore. You got to realize this. We've been trying to love white people for the last 500 years. And what has it done for us? It put us in boarding schools. It put us on reservations. It put us in ICE detention centers. Us loving our oppressor has done nothing but destroy us. That's why we have to love one another so it destroys them. Us giving our money to each other. Us loving one another, preferring one another. It'll destroy America overnight. But not only that, but we got to come with the morality behind it. You see, that's another thing blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans were suffering from. We're suffering from the lack of morality. We don't know what it's like to have morality. We do whatever we feel like. You know what I mean? If I feel like smoking a joint, I'm gonna smoke a joint. Because that's what our morality is. Because it's whatever I feel like is good. If there's a sister out there, she feels like sucking 10 rods in one night, she gonna do it. Why? Because that's what makes her feel good. She's not gonna tell you that it's a reaction to her being molested. She's not gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? If it feels good to bust open another black or Hispanic's head because he stepped on my shoes, you know, that what makes me feel good. That's my morality. Because we don't know what it's like to have a true morality as blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Because you know who we follow? We follow the most immoral man on the planet, which is who? The so-called white man. The white man has no morality. That's why he slaughtered the Native Americans. That's why he took Native American babies during the Trail of Tears and bashed them on trees, man. That's why he's stealing little Hispanic babies right now and putting them in ICE detention centers so they can molest them, man. You over here talking about the white man, saving the white man, and loving the white man. The hell with the white man, man. Who cares about white people? Who gives a damn about white people? Go ahead, Osh. You have something you want to say?
It was heavy what you bringing out, sir.
Most are in Christ.
It's so heavy too, as well. If you don't mind me,
go ahead, brother.
And to that point, it's like we've been in a state as blacks and Hispanics. We've been a spiritual people for a long time, but since we've been in America for 400-500 years under this oppressor, our spirit has been like grafted out of us. Now we think carnally. Now that's the only way we can think. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the spirit of the Most High in us like we always have, like Negro spirituals and how, you know, we always have to put God in a situation. Now we don't even think about it no more.
We don't.
You know what I'm saying? And that's because we have embraced the lifestyle of the white man. The white man, he don't have a spirit. He don't have flavor. He don't have sauce. Black people, we do. It's going to show itself all the time. Hispanics got the sauce. It's going to show itself.
Come on, man.
But since we've been embraced in American culture for so long, we are losing our flavor because we're allowing the white man's flavorlessness to be infested in us.
Right.
You know
Unseasoned self. Right. You know, that's our problem, man. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we don't know how to. We have to wash off the filth that the white man put upon us, man. You know, imagine the best way I can put it is like this. We came into this world before we met him, we came into this world clean, man. But after these years of living with him, we just became covered in filth. We're covered in the white man's filth. We have to wash it off of us. That's what's good. And a part of that is loving our brother. You know how revolutionary it is for the Native Americans to love black people? You know how revolutionary it is for the Hispanics to love the Native Americans, for the Hispanics to love black people? You know how revolutionary and strong that is? You want to know why? Because white people has been trying to get us to hate each other for generations. They made money off it. Then you don't think they make money and they build and they get stronger every time a black or Hispanic kills each other in the streets? Every time a Native American got a problem or beef with black people? When are we going to come together and realize they pitted us against one another? A great movie, man, is go check out Blood In, Blood Out. You know, it's a great movie. You know, it got some weird stuff in it, but a big part in it is when the cat, what's his name, Montana, he said, man, blacks and Chicanos killing each other is what they want. That's how they run this place. That was a hyperbole. That was a metaphor for America. In the movie, he's talking about the prison, but he's talking about America. America, the way America runs is through blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans going to war with each other. Imagine how strong we would be if we went to war for one another, not against each other. That's what the ISUPK is built on. That's what the ISUPK on the Command Jehana is thriving for, to get Native Americans, blacks, and Hispanics to love and thrive for one another. And we're doing it every single day. Go look up our viral footage in Milwaukee. It was Native Americans, blacks, and Hispanics whooping on white boys that try to do harm to the camp. While we out there trying to teach blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans to change their life, some white people tried to do harm to us, and they got put in handcuffs. They got put in zip ties. You get to do this when you're a free man. You get to do this when you learn what warfare is about. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, it's time to be men of war. It's time to go to war for your people and for your heritage and for your nation, man. White people are doing it every day. These white supremacist groups are out here training every day. Out here learning how to love each other every day. We're the only ones not catching up with it. You know what I mean? And we don't got to be like the white supremacists. We don't got to go out to the woods and not bathe for days and shoot guns and you know, eat canned sardines. That's not how we're going to be great. You know how we're going to be great? We're going to come together as blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We're going to let the Native Americans, you know, bring some fried bread. We're going to let the black people bring some fried chicken. We're going to let the Hispanics bring some tacos and, you know, papusas and all that. You know what I mean? Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, through us coming together and loving one another, that will destroy white people. Right. That will destroy their foundation. You got that scripture I call for, Ashar?
Come on, sir.
Go ahead.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 6.
Go ahead.
For by wise counsel thou shalt make thy war.
We shall make what?
For by wise counsel thou shalt make thy war.
Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Through wise counsel, we got to go to war. Now, I don't know about nobody else. There's not too many people I know that giving wise counsel right now. A lot of our elders, a lot of our representatives, a lot of our community leaders, they're sellouts. You know what I mean? They want to sell us out to white people. They want to, they want to auction us off to white people. They want to allow white people to come on our reservations and steal our babies. Am I making something up? No, it's happening every single day. And you know why it's happening? Because white people, we want to love white people. Because white people want to be a part of us and they want to be you. You're so amazing. Even after years of destruction, even year after years of simulation, white people are fascinated with you. We need wise counsel. Because the counsel we got right now is what leading to our women being stolen off the reservation. The counsel we got right now is why there's drugs and alcoholism pumping the reservation. Right. We need wise counsel. Don't worry. I know somebody that gives wise counsel. His name is Commanding General Yohana. And Commanding General Yohana loves and would give his life. Come on. That's right. Loves and would give his life for every Black, Latino, and Native American. So we should come and hear his words. We should hear by wise counsel. And through that, we should what? We're going to make war. We're not going to go to war like the Proud Boys and storm the U.S. Capitol like some dogs, right, like some savages. No, we're going to do something better. We're going to free the reservations, man. Right. We're going to free the barrios, free the ghettos. That's what we're going to do. And through that, white America is going to crumble. They're going to look at us and be like, damn, Blacks and Hispanics are getting together. They're loving one another. They're destroying our economy's crumbling. It's already crumbling. You know, Iran and China, and Russia, they already separating from the U.S. dollar. I don't know if you noticed. They putting belt to ass right now to America's economy. They suffering every day. You know what I mean? That's why inflation is so damn high. These billionaires are terrified of losing their billions. That's why they got to raise the price every damn day. Gas going up. Groceries going up. Why? Because they're scared of losing it. And they're going to lose it. But for them to lose it, you have to gain your brother. For America to fall, you have to pick your brother up. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, that's our warfare. The Native Americans have to love Black people. Black people have to love the Hispanics. You don't care if you like it or not. That's what it's going to take for us to be great. We have to love one another. That's our war. That's where it starts at. It starts with Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans loving each other and putting each other first. And that's what Christ taught, and that's what Christ died for. Christ didn't die for white people. He didn't die for the Jews. Well, I'm sorry, he didn't die for the Jewish man, I should say. Right. He didn't die for the Israelis. He didn't die for Benjamin Netanyahu. He didn't die for them. He didn't die for Donald Trump. What they need saving from? They own the entire earth. Right. You know who needs saving? The Native Americans. You know who needs saving? Black people, the Hispanics. The people that are put onto the corners of this earth, and even after everything's been stolen from them, they're being hunted down like animals. That's who needs saving, man. That's why when Jesus Christ comes back, he's going to hunt white people down like animals, man. I'm going to show you it in the book. I know you don't believe it. I know you never seen somebody talk like this before. I know you never seen a Native American bring this out so heavy, right? But I'm going to bring it out to you because this is what you need. This is the medicine to the soul. Go ahead, Ash.
Precept what you're bringing out.
Go ahead, man.
Book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 10 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal.
Come on, man.
But mighty through the Most High to pulling down of strongholds.
To pulling down what?
Of strongholds.
Now, this is what's going to take for us to pull down strongholds. You want to see America fall? You want to see the downfall of the American government, of this American empire? You're not going to get it by like the Proud Boys raiding the U.S. Capitol. You're not going to get it through moving guns and drugs and everything else. That's not how we're going to win. You know, how the Palestinians are fighting the state of Israel right now, that's not how we're going to win. You know what it's going to take? We're going to have to pull down strongholds. We're going to have to remove the Christianity out of every mind of Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. And it's possible. You know what I mean? It's possible. We've seen it happen. You see, when you read the Bible, and you hear about demons being casted out of somebody. You hear what do they call it? What's the word they call it when they take a demon out of somebody? I almost said resurrection. It's not resurrection. It's yeah, because they be possessed. They call it exorcism. The way you exorcise a demon out of blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, you take the white ideology out of them. You take out the Christianity out of them. Because Christianity is what's making us hate one another. Christianity is what has us selling drugs to one another. Christianity is what has us hating our sisters, Native Americans, blacks, and Hispanics. The reason why we can't get along is because of Christianity. Because Christianity divided us. Christianity, even though they told us to love our enemy, they didn't tell you, come on, man. They didn't tell you that enemy was the brother that you had a problem with. They taught you what? When Christ said, love your enemy, they said, go love white people. Even though white people destroyed you for 500 years, go love them. They didn't tell you, no, you should forgive that brother on the reservation. You should forgive the brother in that barrio with you. You should forgive that brother in the ghetto with you. They didn't teach you that. Why? Because that would be powerful and heavy. That would heal the reservation. That would heal the ghetto. That would heal the barrio. They can't teach you that. They got to teach you what then, man? You should love white people. That's who you should forgive. When Jesus said, forgive everybody and forgive your enemy, he was talking about white people. He was talking about the Arabs. He was talking about the Chinese. Let them set up shop in your neighborhood. Let them suck your dollar dry. Come on, man. What are we talking about? Any more on that, Ashar? I'm sorry, Christ. I think I was it on that, right? On 24 and 6 for Proverbs. Any more on that? Let's tell some more on it. Let me get a little bit.
For by wise counsel, the book of Proverbs, chapter 24 and verse 6. For by wise counsel, thou shalt make thy war.
And by wise counsel, what?
Thou shalt make thy war.
Go ahead.
And in multitude of counselors, there is safety.
Mm-hmm. In the what?
And in multitude of counselors, there is safety.
When you have righteous counselors, man, when you have a righteous guidance, a righteous leadership, you're gonna be all right. See, that's the problem with the reservation, the ghettos, and the barrios. We don't have righteous leadership. We got leaders that'll sell us off to the highest bidder. We got leadership that wants, to gain fame for themselves and don't care about the people. How you gonna be a shepherd for the sheep and you gonna forget about the sheep? You know what I'm saying? Right. You over here eating every day, but the sheep ain't getting fed. The sheep ain't getting, tamed and, getting their hair cut and getting washed. The sheep are all malnourished and living in doo-doo and everything else. The stalls not being cleaned. That's what America is doing to our leaders. We don't have any real leaders left. That's why the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, we're building a righteous leadership. We're making a school, and we're building a nation so all blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans have a chance to have a real leader, have a chance to have real righteous counselors, because that's what we're missing. That's what we're struggling with. Any more on that? Let's drop that. Let's get What do I want to end with? We got anything in the comment section before we move on?
Yeah, we got a lot of comments in the comment section.
Shout them out if you could while I get the description.
We got
shout them out. Shout them out.
We got Officer Carr in the building.
I'm mad Carr. That nigga Gadite too, man. Don't let that nigga fool you.
we got Officer Bunny Yah.
Shout out Bunny Yah.
Checking in.
The Spider-Man. That's his new name. We're gonna look that up in the Hebrew. That man's new name is Spider-Man. And Bunny Yah, man.
Lethal Spider.
Right, Lethal Spider. Spider Tactics.
And it was a cat named Elijah Israel doing a lot of commenting. He ain't really saying a whole lot. But he's saying we are the Sephardic Jews and the beasts and the false prophets cast into lake fire. He's saying a whole bunch. He all over. He all over.
Don't worry about him, man.
But yeah, that's about it. So then Officer Mariah Allah.
Shout out Mariah Allah.
You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Mariah Allah. Shout out him.
UPK Bonnie Yah, he said, Native American, you are our brother.
I'm right, man. Pin that comment, man. Pin that comment. Get that right, man. Shout out Bunny. Shout out Spider-Man, man. Shout out Miles Morales, man. Come on, man. Man, y'all want to know why I call him Spider-Man? Go look up that Isupk Milwaukee video of us taking down the white boys. Look for the cat that's jumping like a spider. That's gonna be Bunny. You know, y'all want any problems? Don't get any problems with him. He gonna handle you. That brother is a Hebrew Academy graduate. And he showed us this weekend. Man.
Right.
Excellent brother, man. Let's get Bobbity. Let's get the last scripture. Give me. I think it's Psalms, the 2nd chapter. I think that's what I want. Psalms 2. If it's Psalms 2 or Proverbs 2. Let me see. Thought I wrote it down. Let me double check. Should be Psalm. Again, y'all, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share as always, so we can get this out to our people. Get them the help they need. Yeah, give me Psalms 2 and 1. We'll end it with this one.
Khan, the book of Psalms, chapter 2 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing?
See, go look at that video we just dropped of us, zip tying the white boys in Milwaukee. You know, I mean, the reason that happened is because the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing. Why do the heathen rage? The heathen rage because they're mad that we're joining blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans together. They can't fathom it. I don't know if you ever seen the ISUPK camp. We're out there teaching on the corners. We're out here warning blacks and Hispanics to separate from white people. We're telling blacks and Hispanics to come together and love one another. And white people just can't help it but insert themselves into our business. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Yeah, we're not even trying to join with them or talk to them. But because of that, they just feel convicted in their soul to say something. And so when white boys try to say something, they try to do harm to us. And they learn right away that the ISUPK, we are free men. We don't fear nobody. We know the Lord is with us and we're going to be right in everything we do. And we handled business in a calm and professional manner. In like 2 minutes, the fight was over and they was on the ground crying for help. You know what I mean? And the police came and guess what? The police was on our side because we were righteous in our judgment and the way we handled things. Because the ISUPK is what? Trained professionals. When you see that in our tapes, it's not a joke. We are trained professionals. We do this. We live this. Don't try this at home. You want to try this at home? Come get in the Israelite School UPK. We'll show you how to be a real soldier. We'll show you how to be a real one. I promise you that. Keep going, Ash.
Verse 2. The kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together.
So the kings of the earth, all these kings and these billionaires, they come together, man. They hold counsel together, even to this day. And what do they take counsel about? Go ahead.
Saying, against the Lord and against his anointed.
They come together against the Lord, the Most High in heaven, the creator of all things, and his anointed. Who is the anointed? It's blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. That's why they have such a problem with you coming together. That's why they have such a problem with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Don't it feel weird that every time there's something going wrong in the earth or in the news, they always got to deal with blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans? There could be a war going on in New Guinea, and they're going to find a way to blame you. Right now, white people are blaming you for the attempted assassination of Donald Trump because the cat looks black. I don't know if he's a brother or not, but if he is, that is what it is. Hey, we ain't got nothing to do with that. Niggas do dumb stuff all the time. But they're using that right now on another reason to hate minorities, another reason to hate blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Every day they hold counsel against the Lord and his anointed, which is blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, and say what? What do they say, Ash?
Verse 3. Let us break their bands asunder.
Let us break their bands asunder. What is those bands? That's our unity. See, blacks and Hispanics and Native Americans, we used to be a time when we used to be joined together. We can show you the history books. We can show you the scriptures. back then, back when America first got colonized, blacks and Hispanics, Native Americans, we knew we needed to be united together to stand a chance of survival. So that's these bands. And white people are saying, they come together and they say, well, let us break these bands or something. Meaning, let's destroy them and do what?
And cast away their cords from us.
And cast away their cords from us, saying what? Let's take it and let's just throw it away. Even though that these people were unified at one time, let's destroy that for them and never bring it into remembrance. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we're not going to let that happen. We're going to join together blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans because that's what Christ wants done. That's what Christ died for. And we're not going to let him die in vain. So we're going to join blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans together until our last breath is gone. That's what we're here for. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, it's time for us to go to war, and it's time for us to go to war together. Native Americans, blacks, and Hispanics. And we'll teach you how to do it. Come to Isupk, and we'll show you what it takes to be a soldier. With that, I'm Precinct Officer 1000 Karyash. Joining me, Precinct Officer 1000 Ashar. Thank you for joining us, The Water. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment so we can get this out there to all our brothers and sisters who are in need of it. If you're in a reservation near you and you know of your community that needs some help, you need a food drive, clothing drive, you know some people on in the prison that you need to talk to them or get some help. Well, we got prison outreach, you need mental counseling, drug counseling, and alcohol counseling. Give us a contact, man. We'll get you right, man. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, New York, established in 1969 under Commander Johanna, here to unite all Native Americans, blacks, and Hispanics and bring us together as preparation for the return of our King, Jesus Christ. And with that, that's our time. Shalom.
Yashala means prince with power. That's all it means. A prince with power. Why do you think you act like princes, man? A prince is royalty, man. Even our destroyed state in America, we still act like royalty. Right. Brothers with a rock, gold chains, gold earrings, gold fronts, man. That's all Southern people that's royal. A royal heritage, a royal bloodline. That's who we are naturally. We just don't know it.